Yeah. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Borderlands today is a huge box office bomb of the weekend. Is it one of the biggest box office bombs of the year? Well, it's got to be up there, right? We'll take a look at the box office numbers, but we got a bunch of other headlines to get through, such as what's going on with the D23 announcements. We'll go through some of the trailers that dropped, guys. Don't worry about that. But we got a few other headlines in there that have jumped up, and we'll take a look at that as well. But we start off today's show by taking a look at, indeed, the box office numbers for the weekend of August 9th to the 11th for 2024. The top 5 go. Number 1, Deadpool and Wolverine. 2, It Ends With Us. Number 3, Twisters. Number 4, Borderlands. And number 5, Despicable Me 4. So not what I had forecasted, because I thought that It Ends With Us, that new Blake Lively movie, was going to be not even in the top 5. I thought it was going to fight to get in the top 5, but it made 50 million domestically, 30 internationally, for a worldwide total of 80 million. It Ends With Us in the second spot. 50 million. Wow. So did people like it? They must have. Oh my God. Now, I like the trailers for it, and I like Blake Lively. I just didn't prioritize it. 59% by critics, 94% by the audience. So the audience really liked It Ends With Us. This is not a perfect film, says Empire magazine, but it handles the important stuff: abuse, trauma, and recovery unexpectedly well. So maybe I should see this at a Tuesday cheap day matinee, maybe. Hey guys, It Ends With Us is fitfully diverting at times, touching, often ridiculous, and at 2 hours and 10 minutes, almost offensively long. Oh God, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes. Wait, I don't know about that, but it made $50 million in the second spot. Sony Pictures can't be complaining about that. What was the budget for It Comes With Us? Around 25 million, huh? So if it was around 25 million and it made, 50 million domestically, 80 million worldwide, I would say that they're smiling. They're smiling to the way to the bank. Sony is, for an $80 million haul opening weekend. Now, everything is going to get shoved down probably, because Deadpool and Wolverine will be down to about 25 million next week. Maybe 30, 35 at its best. But Alien Romulus comes out this coming week, guys. I'm excited for that. And that's going to be potentially the $40 to $50 million range. It's actually being forecasted to be a little bit more than that. But I'm thinking maybe 40 million, and they'll be happy with that. And that's probably going to be number 1, then Deadpool. And then it looks like it's going to be It Ends With Us. Will be the third spot. Twisters hangs in there for the third spot, 15 million. But Deadpool and Wolverine it crossed the $1 billion line. So there you go, guys. It has joined the $1 billion club. So everybody who had their money on that is going to get paid off. And it's well-deserved, because it's a good movie. It's a fun time at the movies, man. Maybe I should go see a double feature of this and the Blake Lively film there, It Ends With Us, as a double feature tomorrow. That would be a good double feature, right? The Power Couple. Wow. Ryan Reynolds, number 1. Blake Lively, number 2. It was very close. Very, very close. It's just Deadpool has not been dropping off in the way that a lot of people thought that it would, like 60, 70%. No, it hasn't. It's been like 50%, 44% in its third week now. Good. That's good for the box office. But we got to take a look at the big headline story of Borderlands coming in the 4th spot, 8.8 domestically. No international numbers yet, though. So we'll have to see how this will work overseas. And I suspect that Borderlands may do better overseas, because it's not coming with that fan base, right? Now, I'm sure there'll be gamers overseas that'll be wanting to check this out to see what's going on with it. Is it really as bad as they say it is? Guys, you saw my straight out of the theater reaction. It's not as bad as what people were saying. 8.8. I've seen worse movies. Night Swim, Strangers Chapter 1, Tarot, Rebel Moon. Oh my God, Rebel Moon is like pulling teeth, guys. Borderlands is not like pulling teeth. Borderlands, as I said, and I think I said it accurately, is a straight-to-streaming movie. Expect it on a streaming service, and then that's what you're going to get. I know it doesn't follow the characters all that well, but it's one of those movies where it's just kind of like, it's there. It's nowhere near as bad as what people are saying. And, well, if it's only made 8.8 million on a budget of, 110 to 120 million, it is indeed, without a doubt, a box office bomb. Borderlands. Right now it's sitting way, way below. So they were hoping, I don't know what you were expecting. The Borderlands game is not all that, like, it's got its audience for sure. But with a $110 million budget, 120 million plus marketing, I don't see how this model was pitched to somebody at Lionsgate and said, yeah, we can make money with this. Obviously not, because I'm not the only one. Well, actually, there's a lot more people that are riding the bandwagon. The bandwagon of hate has circled Borderlands. It opened up with a 0%, but it's moved up to 9%, 50% by the audience. And it's nowhere near that bad, guys. Like, this is what this signifies is there's a disconnect here. There's people out there saying that it's the worst dialogue ever. It's, and it's just not. It's just not. You know why? Because Cate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis are Oscar winners. So they could take the worst lines, which the Borderlands movie does have very bad lines of dialogue. But to see them come out of Cate Blanchett's mouth, she does her best to try to make that work. And so does Jamie Lee Curtis, and so does Ariana Greenblatt. None of the comedy worked for me. Nothing was making me chuckle or anything, but I was more mesmerized by how these actors approach this material while I was watching the movie. Plus, you got to see some really cool stuff imagery-wise with Cate Blanchett with these big fire wings. My favorite shots of the year will include that, because that's just awesome in my book, man. That's just awesome in my book. So, yeah, 8.8 on a $120 million budget. It's without a doubt a huge bomb. Borderlands stunt coordinator says the film was originally shot with an R rating in mind. Guys, this is one of those things that's just like the Rebel Moon movie. An extended cut, a director's cut, an R-rated cut is not going to save this, right? Just because you get to see somebody's head being blown off, maybe a few shots of some nudity, it's not going to change the backbone of what the movie was. Now, for me, I never played the game, so I didn't know what the story was supposed to be like. It was passable. People were saying that the visual effects were terrible. I saw it on a big AVX screen with big sound. I didn't see anything too atrocious. I've seen worse, guys. I've seen worse. And that's pretty much all I can echo for the Borderlands movies, that I've seen worse. An R-rated cut would not have saved it. So where does it compare with the other bombs? Horizon had a $100 million budget just for the first movie. I think the other movie was like another 100 million. So Horizon only made like 32 million at the box office. And that's another one that's just up there as one of the biggest bombs of the year. Horizon. There are other ones out there that tanked as well. But if just comparing them, right now, Borderlands, because we don't have any foreign box office yet, we can't quite tell the tale. But it's going to be in the wheelhouse of this this epic of a bomb that Horizon had, because of 100 million, only 32 million back, not even 32%, almost 33% of your budget back, plus marketing, plus what the theaters take. These big budget movies like this, guys, they've got to come to an end, because they're just it's a model that doesn't work. It's a model that was based off of times where you would get a theatrical release, then you would get a VHS release kind of behind it, so you get a second wind. But because the way that streaming services are set up now, replacing the video stores, you're not getting that second wave, that second bump of, oh, okay, now it's doing well. It will find an audience. These movies do find their audience, but it's past a time where it's just going to become like not like a cult classic, but it's going to be one of those things where it'd be like, I didn't mind Borderlands. It was out. People didn't like it. I didn't find anything terribly offensive about it, but there we go. There we have it. So Borderlands number 4 spot's going to get bumped out of the top 5 this coming weekend for sure, because I'm sure that Despicable Me 4 will leapfrog it. And as I said, Alien Romulus is going to push everything down. So I don't expect it to be in the top 5. I actually thought Cuckoo, the other new release, would crack the top 5. Like, I thought it would make 5 million or so. And I went out and saw it on Thursday. I just didn't, I screwed up my straight out of the theater reaction. The sound, I don't know, my shirt must have been touching the microphone or something, because it was like I was talking, but then it would have that ruffling sound to it, and I was like, can't use it, guys, can't use it. But I went out and saw Cuckoo, and I liked it. It wasn't a great movie, it was a good movie, but it wasn't great. 3 million domestically, no international numbers. So people who went and saw this, 78% by critics, 63% by the audience. 17 years old for the main actress, Hunter Schafer. I don't know, it's a bit of a stretch. She's like in her 20s or something, right? Dan Stevens here is the bad guy, the villain. He kind of, he chews up the scenery when he's ever on the screen. So I liked it. New York Times, Singer might still be finding his narrative footing, but there's a playfulness and novelty to his weirdness that deserves encouragement. There's just enough here to make it satisfying watch for snobs and sickos, but it leaves more questions than answers in both good ways and bad. Cuckoo. So, Hunter Schafer, first big time actress in the lead. I think it's her first lead. We've seen her in supporting roles in The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but if you saw the movie Watchers, the daughter of Shyamalan directed movie Watchers, where they've got these imaginary, well, I guess they're not imaginary creatures out in the woods. There's like this mythical kind of entity out in the woods. This is a little bit like that, but it's Dan Stevens doing experiments on people kind of thing. Very much what I would like to have Blink Twice be about. You know, that new Channing Tatum movie coming out soon with Zoe Kravitz directing, where he's like a billionaire that invites a bunch of people to his island. And then it's kind of like, is he doing experiments on them? Cuckoo is a little bit like that. And Hunter Schafer as a character, she gets messed up in this movie. Like, she gets her bell rung a couple of times. She gets in a car wreck. Dan Stevens has got this like magical flute that kind of summons these things or whatever it is, and it's kind of like they've got these powers that control and warp time. It's bizarre, man. Cuckoo. It's really bizarre. And of course, you know, I like movies that have bizarre stories that kind of like just run with it. And I would say that Dan Stevens and Hunter Schafer make this movie worth checking out if you can. Yeah, really weird creatures, things that look like humans. Are they humans? I don't know. But Cuckoo, it's definitely worth checking out. And it only ranked 9th with 3 million. Well, it's only in 1,500 theaters. I had to go to the Art House Theater to see it. So those are my thoughts on what's the box office this weekend, guys. Harold and the Purple Crayon is another one that's bombed. We never really talked about that one too much, right? 15 million worldwide. I think it had like a $50 million budget. So talking about bombs, people are saying that the box office is back, and that's just like the casual response that I would say from casual movie fans. When you actually look at the numbers and you say, okay, well, But Deadpool and Wolverine saved the summer's box office. Well, it did for Disney, it did for Marvel, but it didn't really for Lionsgate. uh, Sony seems to be doing okay. Universal's doing okay. Um, but Disney, Inside Out 2, and Deadpool, Wolverine are billion-dollar films. They can't complain too much, right? They can't. I mean, what are you really going to complain about? All right. So that pretty much wraps up the box office, guys. If there's anything else that you would like to throw in there, Cuckoo's budget was around 7 million, 3 million. James, that's not enough to make it back. Well, it's only $7 million budget, and it's going to have some run. It's only in 1,500 theaters. It gets a little bit of a wider release, I think, and some international numbers in there. It'll make its money back. It's a nice little film that I think is worthwhile checking out. Is that it? That it? That's it. All right, I'm going to fix this poster because it's starting to annoy me. I don't know why. If I've got like another poster in there that's I've cropped to a certain size, then I delete that one. Then the Borderlands one just kind of blew up. It was weird, like in size, so I had to shrink it there. Okay, Chris Schober's in the live chat asking if I watched the Skeleton Crew trailer. Now we'll get to that at the end of the show here, guys. We've got a bunch of other headlines that are getting a little bit more buzz and traction. Uh, D23 happened over the weekend. And they released the first teaser for Snow White. Guys, I got to be brutally honest here. Snow White is one that I've had extreme hesitations about, and I liked it because of Gal Gadot was attached as the evil queen. Yeah, I think she's a goddess. She's awesome. Uh, she's my Wonder Woman. I've got her picture on my wall. One of the most beautiful women, one of the fairest, I would say, of them all. Rachel Zegler, not so much. James, oh God, I thought you liked her in that Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie. Well, I did. But the first image that was released of this came out a while back, and I made fun of the way that the dwarves looked because they CGI'd it, and it didn't look good. It looked kind of creepy, actually. It looked kind of like Mad Magazine, right? of dwarves. And anyway, this movie is going to be the punching bag of the hate bandwagoners out there. And what I mean by that are the people that they don't like. I don't know what they don't like because it's hard to tell sometimes. It's like, oh, you're not casting a traditional Scandinavian woman as Snow White or something like that. How dare you preach at me? How dare you? It's like, guys, for God's sakes, give it a chance first. All right, wait till we see something that in the marketing that makes us go oof, and then they release something in the marketing that made us go oof. So then that was like the signal for the bandwagoners to go, wow, I hate this. It sucks. So the trailer did come out, and the trailer, I'm not going to watch it all here, guys. CGI sets, CGI characters. I think somebody said in the comment sections of one of these videos is if you're going to make it CG characters, like 90% of your audience or of your characters are animated, why not just make it all animated, right? But looking at the trailer, I didn't hate it. I'm still apprehensive about the dwarves, but Gal Gadot looks awesome. And it is far-fetched if they're saying like she's not the fairest of them all. Are you saying that you don't look at her and are like, wow? I don't know what you're smoking, but my God. She can be the queen of my kingdom whenever she wants to be. I'd bend the knee. Why not? Yeah. So if she wants to kill some Snow White girl, whatever, I'll just go out and grab a sandwich while she does that or something, right? Look the other direction. James, that's terrible. I know, but it's hey, it's just uh, bad things happen. Anyway, it's a fairy tale story, guys. Come on, cut me some slack. Uh, I think her costume looks great, uh, but the CGI sets don't wow me or anything like that. The green screen stages and stuff. Uh, there's our token stud, the prince that comes saves her. I'll give Rachel Zegler the chance. Like, I'm going to give her a long piece of rope here, a lot more than a lot of other people have. A lot of people just haven't given her any rope at all. They just kind of like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I don't want it, I don't want it. And it's like, guys, for God's sakes, I'm a 40-year-old man. I understand that this film is not directed towards me, right? Yeah, this Bambi doll or thing looks terrible. That's some of the worst CGI animals I've seen in a while. But yeah, like you see CGI set and everything, it's kind of like, eesh. But you know how the story's going to go. For people who've never seen the original one, this could be a good update for it. That's the way I would look at it. And I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a fair shake. I'm not going to be like the people in the comments or some other channels out there that like to peek behind the window and see that it's got like, what is it, 300,000 dislikes. So yeah, people are protesting. If I was a prince, I would save Gal Gadot from Snow White. Who else clicked the trailer just to go straight to the comments? Evil Queen, Magic Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of them all? You are. Well, yeah, because it's Gal Gadot. But you know that she's just using her magic to look like that because she's really ugly, that old lady, right? Magic dwarves CGI, so they don't have to hire dwarf actors is wild. Yeah, there's people that are commenting that Peter Dinklage protested this, saying that he got a bunch of what's the right terminology here? Short people, small people, right? Fired because they wanted to go in a different direction. Okay, so this is the look at the evil witch here. Is that still Gal Gadot, though, in makeup? Maybe. Or is this completely a different actress? Do I need to go to the IMDb? All right, let's go over to the IMDb and take a look at who is in the cast. Maybe it'll give us a little bit more insight. Expected March 21st, 2025. This movie was supposed to actually come out this year, but it got pushed. This got pushed an entire year, right? Because they were tooling around with the CGI. So Gal Gadot's the evil queen. Let's see if they give a listing for the older queen or if that's makeup. Not seeing it here. Mark Webb directs. And Sua Kabaya is the huntsman. Okay. Young Snow White. Let's see if they give the older orchard picker, Queen's Guard. No, so I'm not seeing an older queen, older lady, unless I've accidentally overscanned it, but I don't think I did. So that is Gal Gadot there. It must be. I just hope she has got fun playing it. That's what I want to see translated to the screen, is that you're all having a fun time doing this. And the musical numbers, fine. I'm fine. We'll see how it works. See how it changes. I didn't hate it. So I thought her costume when they were working on behind the scenes stuff looked terrible. But within this color palette, guys, within this color palette of what they're going for, the rest of the tones, the color grades and tones works. So I didn't hate the Snow White. A lot of people out there will, though. Next, Daredevil Reborn. Now, this trailer I don't think has been released yet, but there is a trailer out there. Guys, all the D23 trailers are out there. So They're like just the ones where people are holding their phones filming the screen. They will be formally released. It was cool seeing Punisher with him. He had a full beard, Punisher did, right? And then it was like him and Kingpin sitting in a cafe having coffee or something, is what I saw from the trailer. Guys, I think we are going to do full live watch alongs to this because it's just, it just looks like they're taking another big swing at this and they want people to like it. So we'll give it a shot and we'll do full live watch alongs here on the channel for this for sure.
Listings.
Uh,
I just taught him that.
who is Muse? Oh yeah, Muse is what was introduced in that trailer. Expected March 2025. So we're still like 7-8 months away from that, right? Daredevil Reborn. Next. Fox had to be sued into making a sequel to Alien. What? Oh yeah, we were just talking about Alien Romulus. This is not D23. James, you misplaced this. Whatever. This was supposed to come later, guys. An influential cinematic masterpiece. So, hold on here. What do you mean you got to be sued? Weird. So they had to be sued. This has been a long and difficult shoot, fraught by many problems, but the one thing that kept me going through it all was the certain knowledge that one day I would drive out the gate of Pinewood and never come back, and that you say, sorry, B-tards. Would you still be here? Alien emerges as a trailblazing triumph. It does. A true masterpiece. Is it my favorite James Cameron film? It's up there, guys. T2 is also up there in contention. And it's raining outside. I got to close my window. T2 is also, I don't know. Both are like still up there for me. I don't know about that being sued. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Nobody 2, Colin Hanks joins the cast of Bob Odenkirk's action sequel being shot in Manitoba, Ontario, Canada, right? Colin Hanks, I haven't seen him in a while, right? He's starting to look more and more like his old man a little bit as he ages. I liked him in the King Kong movie. Nobody 2 starts shooting this month with a new director, Timo Tahanto. Okay, which means I really need to go see this movie, guys. Corrupt sheriff with none too nice ambitions. Colin Hanks will be playing a corrupt sheriff, huh? So that's a different role than we would be seeing from him. Curious? Keep our eye on that. If it starts shooting, it'll be probably out next year sometime, guys. I don't think I have a release date for that just yet. Let's make Nobody 2. I hear it's good and it's got good action. Nobody's commented, so... Colin Hanks, Nobody 2. Good casting. Mo Gators, Mo Problems. Alexandra Aja returning for Crawl 2, which will revolve around a new group of characters in a new location. I liked the first Crawl movie. It was a lot of fun. Barry Pepper, right, was the father. Kaya Scodelario. Did I say that right? Yeah, I had fun. It was a fun alligator movie. Kaya Scodelario as Haley. Yeah, there you go, right there. Barry Pepper was the father. And we don't see enough of Barry Pepper. After finding him, yeah, so the first movie, there's a big flood. There's like a big hurricane that washes all these alligators into town. They get stuck in the crawl spaces of people's houses, and well, she falls down there and gets trapped by them. So, and it was a good job at capturing that tension. But this broke, I think, last Friday, I think. So I'm on board for that. Crawl 2. For sure. Squid Game Season 2 gets a teaser trailer. Continues this December. So, guys, these teaser trailers, they're not that much. Like, when a teaser trailer just shows, like, either somebody standing there going over the numbers on the shirt, or just a monkey panning away, or a street, looking at you, Steven Soderbergh. You show me a street and say, "Oh, that's my teaser." Oh, for God's sakes! It's like, yeah. So you see the Saul there looking into the camera, and it says Squid Game season 2, and they only want 3 seasons of this, from what I understand. I like the first season. Maybe we should do some quick recap watch-alongs for season 1 before we get into season 2. I'll see how much time we got. It's just you won't have the same emotional impact as some of the scenes did when you originally watched it if we did a recap kind of watch-along, right? Chris Ober says, I own the first Nobody on DVD Blu-ray. Oh, nice. Cool, man. All right. So this December, Netflix, Jihan goes back to the games. First was for survival, now is for revenge. Notice, though, in this little teaser, he doesn't have the red hair that he gave himself at the end of the first one, which is good because that looked kind of weird. I don't know what he was doing with that. Speaking of Saul and the Acolyte's Manny Jacinto or whatever the heck you name, is cast as Lindsay Lohan's husband in Freakier Friday. Another announcement from D23, right? Where Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan appeared on stage and said, our new movie is going to be called Freakier Friday. Now it looks like Manny Jacinto. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. Guys, why did you... Okay, so what if he was a dark side user? Make him look like a dark side user, though. He looked too much like a pretty boy for my tastes in The Acolyte. I thought we were done talking about The Acolyte. And then you draw me back in. No, we're done. I'm not talking about The Acolyte anymore. I'm not going to grieve or gripe about it. He wasn't terrible, but the dialogue and settings were terrible. And unfortunately, Manny Jacinto is not of the caliber of, say, a Cate Blanchett that could take bad wooden dialogue and make it work. His dialogue at times was meh. But he's just a husband, so the Lindsay Lohan. To check that out. Freakier Friday. The Accountant 2 sets 2025 theatrical release. I like the first Accountant, especially the relationship between him and Andrew Kendrick, or when they were talking about the numbers and stuff. When he was doing all the accounting stuff, that was the more interesting stuff for me. But when it turned into like an action film towards the end, talking about Daredevil earlier, that actor came in and was his brother, right? What am I drawing a blank on? Not J.K. Simmons. Why can't you just give me the name? Guys, why am I drawing a blank? I hate when this happens. John Bernthal. You know the actor, and you're just like, I just can't pull it out of the brain, for God's sakes. Anyway, good cast. Gene Smart was in there. J.K. Simmons, John Lithgow. Yeah. So yeah, oddly enough, the third act was a little bit of the weaker part because they were brothers, right? And I forgot, did John Bernthal's character die in that first one? Maybe I should go back and revisit that. I think that's on Netflix right now. But I enjoyed it. Looking forward to Accountant 2 for 2025, April 25th, 2025. A week before Thunderbolts. Yeah. So, let's just see. When her former boss is killed by unknown assassins, Treasury agent Mary Beth Medina, Cynthia Adai Robinson, is forced to contact Christian Wolf, Ben Affleck, to solve the murder. With the help of his estranged but highly lethal brother Brax, okay, so Brax did survive, Chris applies his brilliant mind and less legal methods to piece together an unsolved puzzle. They close As they get closer to the truth, the trio draw the attention of some of the most ruthless killers alive, all intent on putting a stop to their search. Sounds very formulaic, though, doesn't it? Or is that... No, that's... Yeah. Accountant 2. Well, we used the action script movie shootout, now we're going to call it the Accountant 2. What? I don't know. As I said, I had fun with it. Loved the first film, Solitaire says. Easily the best performance Ben Affleck gave as the father of a son with highly functioning autism. The research that was done was very evident and extremely appreciated. It became one of my son's favorite films, and it was a huge source of inspiration for him. That he could do anything he wanted to do. Okay, good. Not to become an accountant for criminals, but hey, I support him either way. Oh, I like that comment. Bummer, Anna Kendrick is not listed. I feel like she was a human touch that completed the simple, well-contained story of the first picture. I'm hopeful that the sequel stays small town and does John Wick all over the place. Yeah, it was very John Wickian a little bit, right? Like his character had these special skills. All right, enough about that. April 25th, 2025, Accountant 2. Talking about Anna Kendrick. Woman of the Hour. True crime directorial debut. Woman of the Hour. So this was at TIFF, or it's going to be at TIFF, it looks like. Woman of the Hour, young actress named Cheryl Bradshaw, who in the 70s was a contestant on the dating game, found her matched up with a contestant who was later revealed to be a serial killer. So, Woman of the Hour. Got a trailer to look at here, guys. Let's take a look. Let me just switch over the audio. And we'll pull up the trailer. Turn that off.
All right, everybody, let's get started. Live from Hollywood, it's the dating game.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
When you get on that stage, I just need you to laugh and smile just over and over.
Oh, God. I'm going to do that for me. Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, camera, get ready for the snap set.
Hi, Cheryl. Bachelor number 2.
Hello, Cheryl.
And would you
Hello,
please say hello to Cheryl?
Bachelor
Cheryl.
number 3.
We're gonna have a great time together, Cheryl.
Oh, so
I don't
that's the
date
killer
much.
dude?
I don't date at all, actually.
But you decided to go to the dating game.
My agent said it would get me seen.
So she directed this, huh?
Did you feel seen? You know, most people don't like to be seen because you have to be comfortable with yourself. I never hide who I am.
Did you get the shot?
Undeniably powerful. Looks gritty.
No matter what words they use, the question beneath the question remains the same.
Wow.
All right. What's the question?
Which one of you will hurt me?
Huh. Woman of the Hour. Good trailer. I like that. This is one of those scenarios where this project had a director attached to it. And it started to get off the ground with pre-production and stuff. And then that director left, I believe. And they were like, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And then Anna Kendrick, I think, put up her hand and said, okay, I'll take over and make this thing happen. Because she was putting some of her own money into it, I think. So when you put your own money into it, you're allowed to do that. Yeah, right there. Executive produced Anna Kendrick. See? It's very interesting. And this guy that's playing the killer looks like he's channeling his inner Vincent D'Onofrio from movies like The Cell, right? Like he's like a very Vincent D'Onofrio look to him, right? A little bit. He's captured that creepiness for sure. Yeah, Woman of the Hour. Let's take a look. Autumn Best is 2, which is great. is in this too, which is great. Okay. Autumn Best. I don't know who Autumn Best is. Let's just pull up the IMDb for Woman of the Hour. Yeah, see, it was supposed to come out last year, right? It said 2023 there. See, it says 2023. October 10th, 2024. So October. I'll look forward to it because I want to see what Anna Kendrick can do behind the camera. And I'm also looking forward to the story now. Because it looks like it's going to be pretty gritty, huh? Pretty like, oh my God, what's happening here? Nicolette Robinson. Who is that? Huh. Nicolette Robinson. Is she going to be a victim? Chicago Med. A lot of TV stuff. Okay. Hey. Gotta start out somewhere. Good trailer. Next. Jeez, I didn't do a good job of putting these things together. I just finished watching Borderlands. I fell asleep, but I enjoyed Kate Blanchett character and Jack Black. Ariana Greenblatt, I did not like. I don't think it deserves a sequel. No, Borderlands is not going to get a sequel. We know that now. Again, I was just curious to see, like, yeah, the dialogue was bad, but it was like, okay, how are they going to say the line so that it doesn't come off like, ugh? But Kate Blanchett is able to do that because she is the highest caliber of actresses ever alive. So what are you talking about here, right? Of course she can make the bad dialogue work. And actually, so was Jamie Lee Curtis with her scientist character, trying to do as much as she could, emoting, saying dialogue in a little bit of a different way. I really saw it. Artglass says, it's a pity Anna Kendrick isn't in The Accountant too. She'd make a great assistant to Ben Affleck. Yeah, that's what the comments of that video also said. Would have been nice. You know, even if she was just on the phone call as a cameo or something. Kind of like what they did for Die Hard 2, right? With the constable guy or whatever. Not constable. the family... what's that guy? Winslow, right? Carl Winslow guy or whatever. Anyway, moving on. 9 Inch Nails to score Disney's Tron Ares. All right. So we don't get Daft Punk, but we get 9 Inch Nails. Guys, I hate to say it, but I think that is a huge upgrade. Not a huge upgrade, but it's an upgrade. Trent Reznor has got to be one of my favorite musicians out there. This, again, he's somebody who just eats, breathes music, guys. He's somebody like, you know how you go to a house party and you got the guy with the guitar, he's just playing the hits, the simple songs. Trent Reznor's a guy where he would do that, but he would be doing a whole bunch of other intricate stuff, and then you could sit down and talk to him. Okay, well, why did you use a major +9 add 11 or whatever for that chord? And it's like, he's that type of guy, right? Where's this guy? Well, I thought it would sound better and resonate if we had it. It's like, so he knows his music, guys, and a lot of people don't realize that, yeah, his music is electronic and would fit that theme, right? So that's 9 Inch Nails. So think like that for like Tron Ares. Yes, please bring it on. Tron Ares, I don't know if that's going to save the project or anything. Like, we know that Jared Leto's in it. He's a being just like in Tron Legacy that comes from inside the computers, and then he wants to come out, just like Olivia Wilde's character, and come out into the real world and see what's happening. I'm actually, I guess it does increase my anticipation for it. Because, you know, once the trailer comes on, and he's an Academy Award winner, Guys, he knows how to score films. Trust me. Big thumbs up in my book. Next. We did the Snow White story, James. Is that it? Is that it for trailers? Is that all we got? No? The Olympics have come to an end, and the closing ceremonies happened yesterday. Tom Cruise doing a stunt. And I don't know how, for God's sakes, the insurance companies allow him to do it. Like standing on top of the stadium and then swinging down with a line that he would control by himself to control his rate of descent. It's kind of like the insurance guys have just got to be going, oh, please don't drop, please don't drop, please don't drop. Because if something happened to him while he's doing this stuff, for God's sakes. But it was fun. It was fun. It was cool also because he came down and took the flag or whatever, dropped the flag, because it's going to be in LA in 2028, right? And then he got to see Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg. I thought it was a good handoff. I thought it was overall good ceremony. Good Olympics. A lot of fun. Breakdancing, I don't think should be part of it. Sorry. Beloved, Jason Statham action comedy gets perfect Olympics-themed sequel idea for Spy. Spy? What? Frankly, the sequel is perfect, and McCarthy has now responded to the short pitch, which reads, Need a Spy 2, where Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham go undercover as Olympic breakdancers from a made-up country. Yes, please. So Melissa McCarthy has responded to that and said, yes. Made-up breakdancers. Statham was fun in that Spy movie, right? He was cheeky, a little over the top, but I like that Spy movie. We need more like that from Melissa McCarthy. I don't know about the breakdancing thing, but maybe. Why not have it centered around Olympics? Make it around the Winter Olympics because they're next, right? Make them curlers or something. All right. So that is all I have in the can, as requested by Chris Schober. Now, I've already seen this trailer, guys, so this is not going to be a first time reacting to the Skeleton Crew, but I thought that we would take a look at it because everybody is. And I'm curious about it because Bryce Dallas Howard is directing at least one episode of it. And I'm going to be seeing her. I'm going to be seeing Bryce Dallas Howard in a couple weeks. Yes. Oh. So this one is about kids. They wanted to make it very much like a Spielberg 80s film.
The course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy?
The name Filoni is starting to lose a lot
No more
of
pretend.
credibility
found something
among
buried
Star
in the
Wars
woods.
fans. Like, he's losing it because
What do you think it is?
these projects just are not resonating with people the way they want them to.
Jedi temple.
But you see the attempt here, right? They're trying to appeal to the younger audience. But Star Wars always appealed to the younger audience. And I attribute that to Filoni and Favreau here, who are not getting a good read of their audience.
It's dangerous out there in space.
Like, the visual effects look good. That owl thing looked good. Animatronics. I don't know. And that's the best I can say, guys, is I don't know. I'll give it a fair shake. Jude Law as a Jedi? Yes, please. Streaming December 3rd on Disney Plus. Skeleton Crew. I guess I'll have to sign back up for Disney Plus in December, guys, because we will do full live watch-alongs for it. But like it does. It gives you the E.T. vibes, right? In the beginning. Um, I want it to be a little bit more like Stand By Me, where they're going on this adventure, this trek to find something, like to find the Jedi. But if they find July at the end of the series, then that's not really what is going to be awesome. Be like, I heard of the Jedi. I want to go see the Jedi, like that kind of thing. It looks like Jude Law is going to be a bigger part of it, so he's probably going to be found in the first one or two episodes. But aesthetically, guys, I got nothing too harsh to complain about. So we'll have to see. There's something so crazy about seeing suburban neighborhood looking like planet in Star Wars. Yeah, suburban with like normal houses and stuff. Is it normal houses? Yeah, it is kind of like normal houses. It is. You don't expect that aesthetic in a Star Wars universe, but here we are. Here we go. You're a Jedi. I am BAFTA winner actor Jude Law. Hey guys, I bet 100 credits someone is going to say this. The Goonies of Space. Well, that's what the show was pitched as. We'll have to see if it works, see if it lands. I don't hate it, but I've talked about the hate bandwagon out there. They've got their eyes set on this. They want to attack this. They want this for some reason, just so that they can say once again, look at how terrible Disney Star Wars is. And I'm not on that bandwagon, guys. I'm not. I'm sorry. A lot of people get confused by this. I'm a story lover first. I'm a movie lover first. I guess we'll have to see how it all shakes out. Okay, so that's all I got in the can. Where are we at? 54 minutes. I thought we could take a look at the Twitterverse, see if I missed anything. Did I miss anything from D23? I'm sure I probably did. James Wan in talks to direct Creature from the Black Lagoon remake. Cool. Now that's somebody I could get on board with. I would have preferred Del Toro, but he already sort of made that with The Shape of Water, right? Alien Romulus releases in theaters this Friday, guys. And actually, I'm seeing it on Thursday. Unless I missed a fan event last night, which I don't think I did. Let's see if they've got a Wednesday fan screening of it. Twisters. Sometimes they have like fan screenings on Wednesday. No. So it looks like Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. What time is my showing? 4 p.m. Oh, yes. Alien Romulus Ultra AVX surround sound. 159 minutes. An hour and 59 minutes. Sorry. So I'll be seeing it at 4 p.m. Stay tuned for my straight out of the theater reaction, probably up around 9 or 10 o'clock at that night. Unless for some reason Landmark is playing it. I gotta keep my eyes on Sundays, because sometimes Sundays they play fan events at the Landmark. No, I'm not seeing an Alien Romulus there. Alien Romulus in the IMAX. Should I go see Alien Romulus in IMAX? It's tempting. It is tempting. Huh. So 4 o'clock anyway, it looks like. Thursday. Jonathan Bailey in Wicked. Theo James in The Monkey, Osgood Perkins. February 21st, 2025. What did Osgood Perkins just do? Longlegs. That's right. The Monkey. That's that Stephen King picture, right? First teaser. Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, our She-Hulk. Of course, I'm going to watch this. Yeah, this is just one of those teasers again, guys, where you just see the monkey. Is that Theo James? Okay. So you actually get to see him all bloody kind of thing. Based on a short story, wasn't the Monkey Shines or whatever just a quick little short story in Graveyard Shift or something like that? Not Graveyard Shift, the movie, like the book Graveyard Shift. Wasn't that a collection of short stories? Why is Captain Marvel trending? According to the Marvels is getting a sequel. Feige personally wants these projects to move forward to prove that female-led superhero can do well. He wants the chuds to win. What? I don't know about that, guys. The Marvels underperformed at the box office. Wasn't profitable. I don't see that happening. No. I do see them carrying on with the characters, though. They'll appear in Avengers, I think. Jonathan Bailey in Wicked. All right. Noah Baumbach's next film, described as funny, emotional, coming-of-age film about adults. George Clooney, Adam Sandler. Greta Gerwig, Laura Dern, Riley Keough. Patrick Wilson. Nice. 2025 releases, Mickey 17, Mission Impossible 8, Superman, Fantastic Four, Snow White, Knives Out 3, Avatar, Fire and Ash, Jurassic World 4, Fast and Furious 11. Ugh. Thunderbolts. What's your most anticipated out of this list, guys? I'm curious about Mickey 17. It's not on my most anticipated. I think Superman's probably my most anticipated. And then probably Knives Out 3. Then Jurassic World 4. And then Avatar. It's number 4. And then Fantastic Four. So there's my top 5 anticipated films out of this list. Superman, Knives Out 3, Jurassic World 4, Avatar 3, and then Fantastic Four. Ruby Stokes, Mad Fabulous. The film is inspired by the life of Marquis of Anglesey. Anglesey? Anglesey? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. New clip from Jackpot. Aquafina and John Cena. Streaming on Prime this Thursday. Oh yeah, I need to sign up for Prime, guys, because at the end of the month, Rings of Power starts back up on Prime. We'll be doing watch-alongs for that as well. First look at Daniel Craig in Queer. That's not the first look. Well, that's maybe our first official look. We've seen behind the scenes photos of it. Romeo and Juliet starring Kit Connor and Rachel Ziegler has been revealed. New look at Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Jenna Ortega's awesome. Coraline, re-released in 3D. It ends with us dethroning... Oh, it ends with us debuted at number 1 at the UK box office. I'm dethroning Deadpool and Wolverine. So this was not her, though, in the suit. She just voiced it. I think that was just some stunt actor. Kit Harington on becoming sober. Oh, I didn't realize he fought the bottle. Good for him, though. Before getting sober, I would stare in the mirror and call myself a C word. I'd hate myself. I would literally despise myself and not be proud of anything I'd done. So the fact that I'm proud of getting sober is in and of itself a mark of being an entirely different person. And now every set I step onto, whatever work I do, I'm proud of because I know I put everything into it. So yeah, the whole nature of being proud of myself is a relatively new prospect for me. I didn't realize he struggled with it, but kudos, man. Hope you can stick with it. Yeah, and this is becoming, this is what I like about the way that our culture's sort of gone. Um, like 20, 30 years ago, you couldn't, everybody kept these matters to themselves. It was like, you're fighting something. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this kind of thing, right? I'm not going to talk about it. Why would I tell you my problems, right? But I think when actors and people in the spotlight, big public spotlight, come out and say these things, I have problems with this. Like Steve-O from Jackass, right? Uh, Huge inspiration for people who are fighting it, and you can beat it. Why am I preaching? I don't know why I'm preaching it. Happy 22nd birthday to him, Mon Villani. Okay, cool. Industry gets renewed. All right, looks like that's pretty much it. A sequel is currently in the works for fall. Yes, I like the fall movie. Kit Harington on the shell snow. Yeah. A lot of Kit Harington stuff. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're over now. All right, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Arglass says George Lucas always said Star Wars was a Saturday morning 12-year-old for 12-year-olds. Getting great vibes from the Skeleton Crew. Christmas coming a little early. Looking forward to Alien Romulus, getting positive reviews. I'm seeing it Friday, 2 p.m. Okay, nice. Fantastic Four, then Superman, then maybe Mickey 17. I won't be excited for Fantastic Four until we actually see some footage. And I know that there was some footage at D23 where you got to see Pedro Pascal in his little scientific robe. What is that? Like whatever, the white thing or whatever. Uh, and and then I think you saw Johnny Storm in his retro uh, Fantastic Four outfit. I had to see it in motion, guys. See it on the big screen, maybe. I don't know. All right, that's it for me. If anything else big drops, or if I miss something, we'll get to it. And if not, enjoy the rest of your day. From me here at Mirror Domains, thumbs up. See you next time.